Good morning, everyone. Hope I'm audible and everyone could see my screen here. Yes. Okay. Nice. Great. Okay. So finally into the new meeting link, guys. Okay. Anyway, by next week, again, they are going to change the video link, the meeting link. So Ramesh is going to help you. So just a reminder, guys, anything which is the meeting details or the passwords and all, please don't share in the group. Okay. And please don't share with the others. If the management get to know that the meeting details are being shared, something can be taken care. Something action can be taken. So please don't share the meeting details. If anyone says that in the group they don't have the meeting details, Ramesh is completely responsible for that. So please guide them to connect with Ramesh, and he will be helping us in sharing the details and all. Okay, fine. So coming back to the discussion, and before going with the discussion, I think yesterday we were talking about the GitHub part. We got a good idea about what actually code repositories is and how do you actually get access to the GitHub, and why the reason we are going for the GitHub. How do you share the data among us? So that is what we could able to see now, right? So yesterday we could able, I have clearly shown you once you get the access, how do you access the link and how do you see the code, whatever I'm going to share it. But the problem what you guys see is, say for example, this is what we have seen. So once you go into this link, you should able to see whatever the classes we are going to submit. That is what you can see on the web page. But it is not so easy for you to download the things and make the things get executed within your local machine. So for that, what are we going to do is we are going to take the local copy or take the copy of the GitHub code into your local machine. Okay, you should able to take the copy of the GitHub code into the local machine so that you could able to execute the things within your local machine, or you can copy the things, or can you edit the things, anything can be done. Okay, so today let us have a small light on how do we actually go or download the GitHub code into your local machine. For that, we need a interface. So we are going to make use of another software, which is something called as GitHub Desktop. Okay, there is a software called as GitHub Desktop or desktop.github.com. So this is the dedicated web page, guys. I'm sharing in the chat. Please, everyone, have a copy of this. Okay, desktop.github.com. Now, once you open this guy, and it is strictly only for the 64-bit operating system. Okay, 32-bit is not going to work. You can, or if you want to go for Mac or other operating system, that is fine. But the bit should be completely 64-bit. So once you click on this guy, download on this, you will be having the exe file. Simply double click on, keep on executing it. It's a next process. It will install the GitHub Desktop for you. So once you install the GitHub Desktop, tomorrow I'm going to show you how do you pull the data of the GitHub into the local machine. Any questions on this? Downloading the GitHub Desktop. Can I expect everyone by tomorrow get ready with the GitHub Desktop part? Yes or no? Okay, so make sure everybody get ready, guys. Okay, Raja has already installed. That's great. So remaining also, remaining people, like make sure you get things get ready by tomorrow. And whoever is still pending with the GitHub access, please ping me in my Telegram. I'm going to take the ID and I'm going to share the links for you. And every time, guys, a lot of people doing the same mistake, even though I have shared clearly in yesterday's class. I have taken the access of someone's system and I have shared it clearly. So what actually you need to do is, the time I say that I have given you the access, you need to check your Gmail, the email through which you created the GitHub account. Okay. So through that, you could able to, now once you create the GitHub account, now you give me the Gmail ID. Once I give you the access, you need to check your Gmail. There you will be getting an invitation saying that, boss, you are being invited as a collaborator from so and so. If you click on view invitation, then only you could able to see it. So, and what is our GitHub link here? I think I already shared many times. Just let me paste it again. This is the GitHub link here. Okay, simply click on this link. You should able to access the content. I know some of you got, some of you have issues in accessing the GitHub, even though I have given the permissions. Once after the class is done, or else I'll take last half an hour of the class in order to fix your issues. Okay. So, anyone who is having issues, even though I'm giving the access to you, still you couldn't able to access, I'm going to take care of that in the last 30 minutes of the class. Okay, so that's about the things what we discussed, guys. Any more questions regarding and coming to the topics? Okay, what are we discussing in the topics yesterday? We have seen the attributes part. We have seen how do we actually go with what do you mean by ID, what do you mean by title, what do you mean by style, and we have seen how you could able to inject multiple CSS properties for a single HTML tag, right? So that is what we have seen. We have seen some CSS properties like background, font size, width, color. So those properties we are looking into. Okay. So the next question, the next topic what we have is, let me have a copy of the same. I'm creating the same guy. Let me go with the September 23rd. Now I say, what is this? HTML or CSS classes.html. Okay. So this is what the page we have created, open within the browser. If you see here, and let me remove the width for this. Yesterday we were showing that width can be given in percentages. I'm just simply removing it so that every title of the news will be having the same look and feel. Every content will be having the same look and feel. Okay. So guys, every day we are upgrading or we are moving forward with the topics. So I still see some of the people are, due to some of the other tasks, you are missing the classes. It is the very basics, guys. If you miss in or if you miss the classes in the very starting, it will be very hard for you to understand the things. Okay. So please make sure you attend the class daily. Don't miss the classes, guys. Be on time and don't miss the classes. Okay. Next. So the next thing what are we discussing is, if we look into the class part, whatever we have seen yesterday, this is what the coding we have seen. Oh, we are not into the Visual Studio Code, right? We are into the Sublime Text Editor. So this is what the coding we have given over here. If you clearly look into the piece of code, can anyone tell me, boss, something is not going good? Can you tell me what was that? Okay, let me make you unmute, guys, so that you can discuss with me. Hello, participant to unmute. Yeah, now you can unmute, and please make sure to mute yourself if you're not talking. Yeah. Can you see by looking into this, something is not going good?
Sir, arrangement of coding.
Arrangement of coding. Do you see indentation is good, right? We are giving all the good indentation. Next.
Both HTML and CSS file are in same.
Obviously, if we say something called as a style attribute, that is the only option we have, right? But yes, that is also a point. But again, more by having this inline CSS, what is the problem?
We have to copy the same CSS attributes in every time in the paragraph or H3 tag. If possible, then we can try to do once and
repetition of code.
Okay, that's a good observation, guys. The problem what you see over here is, aren't we not rewriting the piece of code or piece of look and feel multiple times for multiple HTML elements within the same page?
If it's a repeating of code.
Yes, repetition of the code. So unnecessarily duplication of the code. If you see here, color green, the background is yellow, and the font size is 20 pixel, aren't we not repeating the same for multiple heading tags? When I say right now it is 4 heading tags, it is fine. I can repeat it. What if there are 1,000 HTML heading tags? It's not so easy for you to copy and paste it for multiple times. Point number 1. Now coming to the point number 2, the thing is, say for example, one of my manager has come and he said that, boss, here yellow background is not looking good. Can you make it to something called as some purple? Okay, what should I do there now? I need to go back to the code. I need to see, okay, this is the heading tag. Instead of yellow, make it something called as purple. And wherever you have these guy, I need to go for again something called as purple.
So we can use class tag, class attribute. Sorry.
Sorry, ma'am, what were you saying? We can
We
use,
can use class attribute, no sir.
that is yes, but that is we haven't as discussed it, right? That is what our next topic is. I mean, the way I'm teaching the things is, let us understand the problems, what you have with the things, what we have learned. Now you go with the next topic with the advanced so that it will be easy. So not only my classes, guys, anytime, right? Whatever the things you are learning, always make a habit of going in such a way that you understand one topic. It is not like I need to go for the second topic, I need to go for the third topic, I need to go for the fifth topic. That is not the case. It should be something like, why the reason, once I am already expertise, once I get to know that inline the style attribute CSS we are adding, why the reason you're going for the next topic. So first of all, if you know what are the limitations, what you have with the current way, obviously you will understand the next topic. So that is how we'll go. Okay, but I mean, ma'am, what you said is correct, but let me come to the topic, then I will cover that. Okay, so if you see here, this is what the problem we see here. If the manager or someone is asking to do the changes, it is not so easy for us to do the changes. We need to go to every HTML tag, and there you need to do the changes accordingly. Okay, so which is like unnecessarily, I mean, which is like a repetition of job. So we have
చెప్పాలా ఈ కలర్ కోడ్ ఒకట మార్చినానా కోడ్ లో ఇంత పసుపు కదా ఆ కలర్ మార్కన అక్కడ రాసిడ.
Okay, it's been removed, guys, no problem. Okay, so what I'm saying is
We have to
when
change code
you
many times.
yeah, so the two problem what you see here is, unnecessarily maintenance is going to get repeated. I mean, maintenance is not so easy. Now what is the solution for this? This is where we are going to talk something called as CSS classes. Okay, so what do you mean by a CSS class? Before going with the CSS class, what do we call the properties or the CSS which is being applied using the style tag? Anytime we are applying the CSS using the style attribute, we call it as inline CSS. Okay, anytime we are adding the CSS properties using the inline using the style attribute, we call it as a inline CSS. Within the HTML tag itself, you're going to add it. Okay, fine. Now, what do you mean by CSS class? What are the advantages we are going to get? Are we going to solve the problem, whatever we are going to get with inline CSS? Yes. So what do you mean by a CSS class here? The concept of, let us have a copy of this guy. Say, for example, this is the HT tag, what we have. So let me have a copy of this like this. This is what the properties we have added. Now, what do you mean by a CSS class here? The concept of grouping all the CSS required properties into a individual block. Repeating again, the concept of grouping all the CSS required properties into a block and assigning a name to it, we call it as a CSS class. Okay, what I'm saying is, boss, whatever the properties you are adding here, either it is a single property or a multiple property, you simply copy those guys, okay, and you group them. Grouping them in the sense, I'm simply opening a flower brace and closing a flower brace and simply pasting over here. So make it as a new line. I mean, it can be in a single line also, just for look and feel or for coding indentation. I'm simply making it as a new line. This is what we call it as a class in your CSS. Now, when I say a class, every class should have a user defined name. Every class should have a user defined name. I say something called as news title. Always make a habit of giving a self-descriptive class names. Now, instead of news title, I can even say I can even say something called as PQR. But by looking into the class, do you have any meaning for that? Do you get any type of extra information over there? No. So it is recommended here. It is always recommended to give a self-descriptive tag. Now someone looks into this class name, everyone can understand that, okay, he might be using this class to set some title for a particular news. It is easy, isn't it? So this is how you are going to define a class, and every class should always start with something called as dot operator. This is the syntax. When I say syntax, it is a rule to be followed. Every class name should always start with a dot operator. Under this, we are going to define some set of CSS properties. This we call it as a class. Super fine. The next concept is how you are going to solve the problem. Now, anytime you are going to define the HTML tag, you don't define the style attribute. Instead, we go with a new attribute, something called as class attribute. Using the class attribute, you can inject a class or multiple classes to a single HTML element. Now the advantage what you have is, if you have another HTML tag, can I use the same tag, same class name here? Yes. Once the class is being defined in your CSS, any number of times it can be used for multiple HTML tags by using an attribute called as class. Class is a predefined HTML attribute using which we could able to inject CSS to the HTML elements. Am I clear here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Now what I'm
Yes,
going
sir.
I'm going to do the same. Let me take out all the CSS properties of this guy. Let us remove this. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to define a CSS class. We know that every CSS class name starts with a dot operator. I say something called as news title, open the braces, close the flower braces. Okay. Anytime you are giving a CSS property, coding guideline is property colon value, property colon space with a value, property colon space with a value. And after this again, property colon space with a value. This is how you need to define a CSS class. Okay. This name is user defined. It is not predefined. Am I clear? Now,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, space is mandatory.
That is indentation. That's it. It is not mandatory. That's what I'm saying. If you give in the same line without even a space, it still works, but just a coding guideline. Okay. To make it more decorative or make it more readable format. Okay. Next.
Can you please repeat once again about class?
Let me finish that. Then I can go with the repeat. Okay. I mean, instead of just saying a repeat, can you tell me which point you don't understand so that I can stress more on that? Because if you say repeat, again, I need to start from the style attribute, difference and all. Can you please tell me which point you feel something issue? Then I can repeat it.
About class, sir. About class.
Total.
Okay, fine. Let me finish this, then I can come to that. So what I'm saying is,
Sir, can I write CSS code in another page?
can I write CSS code? Yes, it is always possible. That is what we call it as external CSS. But
Okay.
I will talk about that. First of all, let me, you guys get expertise on how to write the classes in the same page. Then we'll just learn how to move the things into the external page, but that can be done. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This is how I'm going to define a CSS class. Now, how I need to do I need to link this guy? I need to say that boss h3 tag. You go to here, you have to get the CSS. Then instead of style attribute, you use a attribute called as class, something like news title. Okay. Now this is done. Now let us save this guy, come back over here and reload the page. Boss, what is happening here? Why the first news item haven't got the CSS properties? And that too, you could able to see the class on the page. That is not at all a requirement for us. Our expectation is not to see the class content. Our expectation is execute the class and show me the result. We are not expecting a CSS class to be shown on the page. Why the reason that is getting shown here? We already know that anything which is part of a body tag that will be shown on the page, that is what HTML is doing. HTML is not understanding that it is a class. HTML is feeling that it is a piece of text which I need to show on the page. That is what it is doing. Now, do I need to tell my HTML code saying that, boss, this is not the piece of code to get shown on the page, but it has to be executed and the result has to be shown on the page. So how do I say that? We are going to make use of a tag, something called as style tag. Don't get confusion here. Style is a attribute also, at the same time a tag also. When I say attribute, this is what we are referring. When I say tag, this is what we are referring. So style is one of the predefined tag here, which is capable of holding more than one class within a single page. Okay. If at all you define the CSS class within the style tag, the advantage is browser will understand this is not the piece of code which I should show on the page, but I need to execute the code and I need to show the result on the page. Now, if you save this guy, come back over here, reload the page. Do you see the heading 1 is coming now? Yes. Do you see the class content on the page? No. Why so? HTML is not treating it as a text. HTML is treating it as a CSS content or CSS class. So style is one of the predefined tag which takes an optional attribute. It is not mandatory. It's an optional. Type is equal to text or CSS. What do you mean by that? The content within the style tag is a text content of type CSS. Okay, the content under the style tag is of text type, is a text content of type CSS. That is what it means. Now, what I can do here, can I make use of the same class for multiple heading tags wherever you want it? Once you define a CSS class, that can be used any number of times within a single page. See here, I'm using it wherever we want it. Oh, here it is, right? So here we can come, here we can simply make use of it. This is how simple it is. Now, if you save this guy, come back here, reload the page. Now, my manager comes and asks me, boss, this purple color is not looking good. Can you make it as yellow? Can you guys tell me how many places I need to do the changes in order to make it purple to yellow?
Only one.
Only one.
Here we are going to do the change, and that is going to get affected for every HTML tag who is making use of the particular class. This is what the advantage we have with your CSS classes. From now, make a habit that never ever go with the CSS inline. Never make use of the inline CSS. Always make use of defining a class and only make use of the class. Okay. In the same way, can I go with another class here? Because you see paragraph tag is also having some properties. Can I take this all properties? Can I make a class here? Yes. I will say news content. See here, every time I'm giving a relevant name. Now you paste the content. You can keep it as it is, but as per the coding guideline, recommended to keep it in a new line and without any space. Sorry, with a space. Now I take out this news content. Now I come back to this guy. This will become a class. And this guy will become the class name. This will be news content. News content. Let me copy this. So wherever I want the classes here, you can simply add the class names. That's it. Now, if you save this guy, come back here, reload the page. This is how the look and feel is. Now, the advantage, if someone want to do any changes here, go to the change, don't do the changes within the inline, but do the changes within the class that will get affected to the complete web page. Okay. And anyway, I'm going to show
Hello,
you
sir.
one more thing, guys.
Sir?
Whenever you are giving the class name, never make a habit of giving the spaces. If you give a space, news space content, that is having a different meaning. So don't ever give spaces while giving the names. Not only the names here, even IDs anywhere. Don't try to give the spaces. If you want to make a separate between multiple words, make a habit of giving it in the form of camel case or hyphen or underscore as a separator. Okay. Yeah. Any questions here, guys? In this
Hello, sir.
What is the use of dot?
Can you 1 second?
Sir, why is the dot need data, sir?
Dot is a syntax. Now, if we put a question, boss, why we are putting angular brace only in the tag? Why not something else? Because that is what HTML is given, right? So in the same way, dot indicates it is a class because there is some other way to define a class like ID wise and tag based. So to separate, to differentiate between those, when you say dot, that indicates class name. Remaining all, we'll see later. Next.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Praveen, go ahead.
Sir, suppose this code will be written in head part. What can we show that, sir?
That's a good question. The question can be reframed in such a way that where I can place the code of the style tag. Right now, I just placed inside the body tag. Where all the places I can keep the style tag. The style tag can be placed anywhere within the web page. Anywhere. If you see here, between the opening and closing of the paragraph, I see here, paragraph token, between I have added. Now, if you save this guy, come back here, reload the page. Is it working? Yes. Because the browser, whenever you open a style tag, it will automatically understand that, okay, these are the CSS properties. It never ever interrupts the existing code. So it can be placed anywhere between the code, bottom of the page, everywhere. It is recommended to keep it under the header part. Recommended location to move your CSS or to place your CSS is under the style tag. Did I answer your question, Praveen?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Next.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead. Satish, go ahead.
Hello.
Satish, you were asking a question.
Between class and without class.
Sorry, Satish. Yeah, your question is not clear. What is that difference between?
Sir, we mentioned dot class name.
Okay.
Dot new title. So without dot class name, can we run this?
Okay. If you are saying that, boss, for the class name, you are adding a dot. What if I remove the dot? Okay. Let us remove this guy. Come back here. Reload the page. If it is getting affected, no. That is as per the rule. If you don't give a dot, it is having a different meaning. When you say it is a class, it has to start with dot operator. Next.
Sir, if we give background color as 2 colors, will it match? Means it gives 2 colors, 50% yellow or 50% pink.
That is not the case. Let us try with that. Now I say background is yellow. I say background is red color also. Now if you come back here, reload the page. Oh, why it is not coming? Because
Dot
the
is not.
page is removed. Now I'm saving this guy. Come back here, reload the page. Which is coming? Obviously the red is the one which is taking. Why so? HTML always goes with top to bottom. Okay, first of all, I'll come to color. Color green is applied. I'll come to background. Yellow is applied. When you say background yellow, background red, obviously I will remove yellow and I'm going to apply red. When you give multiple properties for a single HTML element, same property cannot be given for for a single HTML tag, same CSS property cannot be added multiple times. If you give multiple times, the recent one what you give will be considered.
Sir, here we can give font style also.
Sorry, what was that?
A font style.
Yeah, font type also we can give. That we'll see that, but we can say font family, something called as fantasy or sans serif. Like this, we can go with that. Font style, font type, font size, all this can be given. We'll see one by one.
So one more thing.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So while giving the means inline and the internal CSS, if we are giving two of the CSS, for example, I'm saying like suppose. So if it is given like inline CSS and internal CSS for the same same class and same content, so which will be the by default that the page would be taking first?
Okay, that's a good question, Piyush. So, guys, to repeat his question, what he's saying is, till now we have seen two ways of adding a CSS. One is inline CSS and one is a class. Now, if you take the same property, you apply through inline and you apply through class, which one is going to take? So that is where we have a separate concept, which is something called a CSS priority order. Right now, we have only seen two ways. There are other two ways using ID and tag name. Once we have the complete four ways, then I'm going to talk about what is the CSS priority order. Okay. Next.
Sir, what is a inline CSS and inline CSS?
Inline CSS means any CSS which is getting added using the style attribute, we call it as a inline CSS. Clear, ma'am? Next.
Can you show me example, sir?
Ma'am, that is what we have seen till now, right? Initially, like we had something called as a style equal to some color blue. This is what we call it as inline, right? Clear, Sahibi?
Sir,
Okay. Earlier, whatever we have done is all inline. Now I'm saying that you have a problem. Could repetition of the code is coming and maintenance is not so easy. That is the reason we are avoiding inline. We are going with the class.
okay, sir.
Sir, if I want to change the color for the one place, is that possible?
Okay, that's a good question. What she's saying is, say for example, I have 4 headings, but I don't want to change the CSS for all the headings. I want to change one heading as a different color. Now, in that case, you need to write a separate class for that. Say for example, I have the second heading guy. I don't want to have this type of look and feel. If you want, if you don't want it, define a separate class. Say for example, say something called as highlight news. Okay, so you need to define a separate class. Then you need to go with the, come on. I say something called as background as red color. Now, if you come back and reload the page, oh, everyone is red color. Why so? That guy, okay. Now, if you refresh your page, got it? So now these guys in red color. If you want a separate, when I say class, the reason of putting the class is I want everywhere to have the same type of look and feel. Now, if you want a different thing, then you need to change the class.
Hello, sir. I've got a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
What if we used inline at that point? Would it work?
Yeah, obviously it will work. Then in that case, I need to answer why you may put me a question. Okay, then why inline is working? That is where I need to talk about something called CSS priority order, which I haven't yet.
Makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Next.
Yes,
Anyone?
few attributes to one heading and other few attributes to other heading.
Okay, you want to have one heading with a different type of CSS properties, another heading with a different type of properties. That is what you're saying?
No, sir. If you have 5 attributes in a class, can we apply the first 3?
Actually, one thing, Abhinav, when we say CSS, right? CSS is not attributes. We call that as a properties, because in a class, whatever we have, right? These all are properties, not the attributes, because you might get confused. Attribute means this is an attribute. This is an attribute, but these are CSS properties. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead with your question.
Sir,
One second. I mean, he's still not done with his question. Go ahead, Abhinav.
So can we add few properties to one heading and the remaining properties to other heading of the same class?
It is not possible. Now you mean to say, boss, you have given 4 properties. Some of you guys, you consider these 2. Some of you guys, you consider these 2. No, it is not possible. Once we say it as a class, it means that all the properties will be applied to the particular HTML tag. Okay, next.
Sir.
Right, 1 second, Samir. Guys, I want to tell you one thing. CSS classes is one of the important topic you need to understand. It is not only just, okay, the definition. It's very good to see that people are putting the cross questions to me. Why only this way? Why not this way? The good question is why you are putting a dot. So, I mean, put some cross questions, guys. Make it interactive. It is not that whatever I say to you, you just simply listen and you leave it out. Okay, please put on cross question. And if you couldn't able to think in such a way that you have one question, but you know, the reason why I'm making you guys unmuted is a lot of people are putting cross questions and a lot of examples I'm giving. Okay, so make sure you understand the question at the same time you understand the answer what I'm giving. Yeah, please go ahead.
I got a small doubt, sir. Can we use same class for paragraph and title?
Obviously, here I'm never saying that this is the title which can be, say for example, highlight news is there. You copy this guy. For this guy, you add a highlight news. Whatever the class you define, that is what I will get. There is never, you are defining the class, you are never saying that, boss, this has to be only for the paragraph, nothing, right? It can be used. Once a class is being defined, anywhere, any number of times within a single page can be used. Go ahead, Banu.
Sir, if we duplicate a class name, what will happen?
Okay, if we duplicate a class name, implies while you're defining it, while you're defining it, Banu?
Yeah, yes,
okay, that's a good question. What he's saying is, okay, you have defined like this, boss. Then I say again dot news title. I say let's remove the background color. Okay, I'm going to apply this. What it does, it will consider these properties along with this for the news title automatically. Now, if you see here, once you reload the page, see, all guys are having. What if you are giving the same property again? I say color equal to something called as blue. Initially, we gave it as blue. Now we have given blue. Obviously, the recent one will be taken that we have already seen.
Yes, sir, excuse me. If I have a two style tag, one in head tag and another in body tag, can it be arc?
Could you repeat your question again, Robin?
I have two style tag, one in head tag and another in body tag. Okay, I will write some properties in two tags also. Can it work?
Obviously, it will work. In a single page, you can have any number of style tags. Any number of style tags. Here, I'm defining the new style again. Okay, again, two different styles. Now I say, earlier I have given the background as yellow, right? Now I say background as red color. Now, if you reload the page, why the red is coming? Because the recent one which is being defined. If you move the style on the top, later you are defining yellow. Obviously, the order, yellow is the one which is coming. That is how it is going.
So
no, doesn't matter.
Right.
Sir, one small doubt.
1 second. Let us finish the Robinsons. Please go ahead, Robin.
Sir, it take order, right?
It takes the order. The order is from top to bottom.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, one small doubt. Sir, if we use different classes for different paragraphs, then what is the necessary using style class? Sir, if we have,
please go ahead.
Sir, if we use different properties for different paragraphs or headings, then what is the use of class in? Is there any use using class while we are giving different properties to different headings or different paragraphs?
Okay, so what is his question is, boss, right now you have 4 paragraph tags and 4 heading tags. Now, for every paragraph tag, you are giving the same type of look and feel. That is fine. You are defining a class and making use of it. What if I want to have all the 4 paragraph tags with a different look and feel? Do I need, how many classes I need to define for that? How many classes I need to define for that?
4.
4, because all the 4 paragraph tags should be with a 4 different look and feel. So still classes are recommended. Why not inline CSS? Someone want to do the change in the look and feel. Why the hell are you going to the HTML content and doing the changes? In future or very coming soon, we don't write the CSS classes within the HTML page. We copy all this and we create it as a separate CSS file. If it is inline CSS, you cannot move the content to a separate file. It has to be part of a HTML. The very first question what you will be getting is, when it is a HTML file, why the reason you are adding CSS in the HTML file, boss? No answer. That is the reason. Doesn't matter whether it is common properties which is shared between the tags, or everyone is having different properties. It is always recommended to go with the CSS classes, not the inline.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Sir, which will be executed if we.
Okay, Saurabh, yes, ma'am. Sahiti?
What is his question, sir? Before someone asked you one question, what is his question?
The question what Shiva was saying is, Shiva can explain better, please. Shiva, can you explain your question once again?
Sir, you do.
So which will be executed first?
It will be
like when we give both incline style and
I will come
incline
to your
style
question.
and class.
I will come to your question, Saurabh. So Sahiti wanted what is Shiva question. So the Shiva question is, right now there are 4 paragraph tags. How many classes we have defined, Sahiti?
3 classes.
Come on. For only, we are using the paragraph tag is using only news content, right? We have defined 3 classes, but for paragraph tag news content, we are using only this class. Yes or no?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Now what is his question is, all the 4 paragraphs are having the same look and feel. You are defining one class. What if I want all the 4 paragraphs with all 4 different look and feels? Now what I need to do? Do I need to define 4 another classes?
No.
You have to, right? You should have 4 different classes.
Yes, of
Now,
course.
what he is suggesting is it is okay for us if we go with inline CSS in that case? Still, it is not recommended. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Saurabh, sorry, you are saying something.
Sir, which will be executed first, sir, when we give both
that is what I said, Saurabh. I mean, in that case, I need to
style and class.
Yeah, I got your question. What is your question? Okay, Saurabh, I got your.
Which will.
Seems something problem with your voice, Saurabh.
When we give both.
Okay, Saurabh, I got your question. What I'm saying is, your question is, when you give class and when you give inline, which one is coming? I think I already said this. There is something called as a priority order, which we haven't yet finished that topic. Once I finish that topic, then I will talk about that, which is going to come first.
Sir, in the class, there is any RGB level multicolor properties there?
There is a concept of different ways of applying the colors. That is what the next topic I'm going to talk about, that Banu. There are different ways you can apply the RGB, you can apply the hash code, you can apply the RGBA. I'm going to talk about that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
sir.
Prakash, please go ahead. Prakash, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. You say that the ID name is unique, but the class name can be repeated. Then why you don't take the same class name?
Why ID is coming here? I said that ID is unique. That's a different topic. In order to get the unique reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
But the class name can be repeated. Or maybe same. But we take the different names. If you take the same name, then what happened?
We are taking the same name only, right? Now, if you see news title is there. So everyone who is using the news title.
No, I want to say the news title and there is another news content. If we take the news, same news, we could change the news content and take the news title in this place. And what
okay, you want to give news title here itself?
Yeah.
Then in that case, obviously, you know indirectly what you are saying. Indirectly, okay, even though you give like this, internally, you know what is going to happen? It is going to take news title and it is going to add. I mean, we give the top guy, but you know, internally, this is what it is going to happen. And anyway, color purple is coming next. Obviously, this will be removed. Background yellow will be removed. This is what browser will be considering, even though you give one. Got it?
Sir, I've been disconnected. Can you answer my question? I mean, like, I'm sorry.
Saurabh, my answer for your question is, that is the concept of priority. I mean, if you give inline, if you give classes, which one is taking the priority? I think I already answered this. Someone already put the same question. There is a concept of CSS priority. When there is a priority order, which one is going to come? That I'm going to discuss later. Okay.
Sir, in the class, do we have the ID? Can we use the ID in style?
Not right now, Pravita. Only, I mean, I have talked about only about the inline and class. Later, I'm going to talk about ID based class.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir,
Prem.
we can declare any nested class.
In your direct CSS, you cannot define a nested class. You cannot have a class within a class. That is an error as per HTML or default CSS. But if you go with a external CSS framework like Less CSS, SAS CSS, there is a concept. But in general, in your CSS, you cannot define nested classes.
Sir, I have a question.
Go ahead, Ramesh.
Yeah, in style tag, is the compulsory type attribute, sir?
Yeah, I said you optional, right? I said that it is optional. You may give it or you may not
Yes,
give
sir.
it. It is recommended to
Yes.
give.
Yep. Yeah, okay, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Hello.
Write the 20 pixel like 30 pixel. Can I write?
Obviously, yes, ma'am. When you give the value, it's up to you, right? Whatever the value you want, you can add it. Next.
Hello.
So
Yes.
pixel size up to 100.
No, you can give it to any pixel. 5,000, 3,000. Pixel is a small measurement. Okay. This is a good question, actually. What do you mean by a pixel measurement? Now, when I say 1 centimeter, you know what centimeter is. Now, when I say pixel, if you really want to see the pixels, right? Anyone who is having a LED TV, please go. I mean, not only LED TV, you can even go to your laptop also. Go too much nearer to the screen, you can see small boxes got added. So that is what we call it as the individual pixels. Okay. Next. Okay, fine. So I think everybody got a good idea about how do you define a class and what is the advantage you're going to get with your class and what is recommended. Why inline CSS is not recommended. Okay. So the next way of defining a CSS class is ID based class. Okay. You can define ID based class using your CHTML within your CSS. Within your CSS, you can define a ID based class also. So what do you mean by ID based? So before learning about the ID based class, let us have a look on that. I say that, say for example, this is what I don't want. Assume there is a class, and another thing, guys, here see style background is there. Is it recommended? Do you recommend to keep inline? Doesn't matter whether it is single or multiple. Take it out, create as a separate class here. I say dot main page. I'll put over here, take the main page. Here you put it as a class. Never ever recommended to go with the inline CSS. Only classes from today. Okay. Now, the requirement what I have is, if you see here, assume that this guy is not having an ID. This guy is having an ID called as item 2. You already know that the reason why we give the IDs. Why we give the IDs to the HTML tags?
Because they are unique.
In order to give the unique reference. Okay, good. Now what I'm saying is, assume, guys, listen carefully, guys. Assume this is the paragraph tag or this is the news item I want to highlight for today. Repeating again. Assume ours is a web page where we are going to show the set of newses. Okay, fine. Every day we highlight one of the news items saying that this is the top news for today. Okay. Now, if at all that guy has to be different, what I need to do now? Do I need to define a separate class for this? I will say that something called as special news. Okay. Now I will say it as a special news and I go for something called background blue color, something called as white. Okay, this is what my special news is. And I say font size is 30 pixel. That is a special news item. I want to show you a different look and feel. Now, if you have here, see here, this is how it is coming. Why the news item 2 is not having that look and feel? Did I remove the class? Oh, I need to put this class as news title, right? Now, if you come back, if you see, All the titles are in yellow with green background. This is in a pink. But now this is a special news. That is the reason this is how it is coming. Okay. Now, my requirement is per day, per a single day, I will have only single news item, which is a special news. Okay. On the top, if you see here, there is any chance someone will use the special news class? Yes or no? There is any chance someone will make use of special news class?
Yes.
Come on, guys. I want everyone. Why only one is replying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Come on, guys. How come it is yes? I said you per day, I'm going to have only a single special news item. If one is already using it, if there is any chance someone will become a special news?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. No.
No, sir.
Someone can use it. Sorry?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Is everyone clear why it is no? Anyone else having any issue? Okay, nice. Now, okay, my question is, per day, I'm going to show one special news item. Per day, I may have 100 news item, 1000 news item, but for one day, I'm going to have one special news item. If this is the guy who has already used the special news item class, there is any chance someone else will use? It is a class anyone can use, but in our requirement, there is no way someone will make use of it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, in this case, am I not wasting my class name? The main intention of having a class name is someone else can make use of it. Multiple people can make use of it. Multiple tags can make use of it. But in this case, it is not going to happen. And what I'm going to do here, this guy is also already having an ID. This guy is already having an ID. Then what I'm saying is, we can define a class. Whenever you are defining this class here, special news, instead of taking a new class name, you can give the ID of the particular HTML tag as a class name. Now, the only difference is the main page is a class name or an ID?
Class name. Class name.
News item 2. News item 2. Is a class name or an ID?
ID.
Class name.
ID.
Come on, guys.
Class name.
ID.
Class. ID. If it is an ID, only difference is don't give dot, give hash. Where hash indicates that name what you're giving is an ID. Now the advantage what you have is you are not wasting the memory by going with a new class name. You are going to give you are going to make use of the existing ID itself to give a class name. Now, if you ask me a question, okay, but there is an ID, you are making use of it. What if there is no ID? Then you can go with the class itself. The requirement will only come. I mean, my intention is to tell you there is another way of defining a CSS. When there is only ID also, using ID, you can define the CSS. So that you don't need to waste the memory by going with a CSS class. Look and feel is always same. See here, come back to the page, reload the page. Do you see any look and feel change? No, boss, it's all the same. The only difference is we are not using the class here, but we are using the ID based CSS class. ID always have to start with a hash operator. Now, if I put you a question, can you guys tell me what are the different ways I can apply CSS to HTML elements? What are the different, how many ways you can apply CSS to HTML elements?
Two types. Inline.
Inline and external.
Come on.
Internal, inline, external.
What is internal?
Using style.
One second, guys. It's okay.
Class and ID.
Okay, then what about inline? There are actually 3 different ways of CSS we have already seen. We have seen how to apply CSS using inline. We have seen how to apply CSS using classes. There is nothing we have discussed about internal and external. We only talked about inline. We only talked about CSS class. We only talked about ID based class. That's it. 3 different ways. I mean, till now, there are other ways which I'm going to talk in the next class. But for now, these are the only ways you can actually talk.
Hello, sir.
Could you?
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Sir,
yes.
could you repeat it inline?
Okay, inline we already saw that, right? Yesterday itself we have seen using the style attribute. You want to repeat that again?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you see the line number 3, style attribute, whatever the properties we have given, this is what we call it as inline CSS, right? And this is what we call it as a CSS class. And if we give hash with so and so, that is called as ID. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am. Go ahead.
Hello.
Ma'am, go ahead, Suman.
Yes, sir. If suppose the properties, whatever was there in the inline, if we have, because especially you're specifying only for one thing, we want to highlight that, right? Then why we are using CSS for this? Like you're using one ID and all.
Okay.
We can normally write that, like, I don't know. This was my first class.
Yeah, it's okay. That's a good question, Suman. So what Suman is saying is, boss, say for example, there are some news items. Among one news item, you want to get highlighted. Why the hell are you going for again a different class name or different ID? And again, why you're giving? If only one guy has to be highlighted, why don't you use the inline style attribute itself? That's a good question. Now, what if I throw you an answer saying that, Suman, you have 100 news items, 100 HTML elements. Is it easy for you to go to the particular selected HTML element to do the changes? No, right? In the same way, right now we are using the HTML CSS into a common file, but in future we are going to write the separate CSS. Okay, let me show you. For example, I mean with my previous classes. Now, if you go to this previous class, my 7 a.m. batch. Now, if you see here, when I go with the index.html page, do you see any type of CSS classes being defined here? No, boss. See, no classes. And they are using external CSS files. Now, if you go to the CSS folder, different CSS files. When I open the CSS file, only the CSS content will be there, no HTML. See? Now, in this case, the advantage is, if I ask you that, ma'am, can you please do the changes of look and feel to the particular highlighted element, why the hell will you go with the HTML? If you do the changes on the HTML, why? I mean, people will ask you why you're doing in the HTML, because it's a look and feel change, right? Then we cannot answer that, boss, I have used inline. So that is why inline is not recommended. Did I answer your question, Suman?
Yes, sir.
What, sir? I didn't get it, sir.
Very nice, Sahiti. Okay, so what is her question is, okay, I have multiple elements. One element is getting changed here. The look and feel of the one element, I'm going to change here. Now, what she is asking is, boss, instead of putting an ID, where is that guy? There is
line 37.
Okay, line number 37. Now, what she's saying is, boss, you are taking an ID and adding it. Why don't you go with the style attribute and why don't you add it? As you yourself are saying that it cannot be repeated for multiple times. Then why don't you inject it all here itself? So that is the reason. What I'm saying is, right now we are looking into the smaller picture, but in future, when we have huge number of items, huge number of CSS classes, it is not so easy for you to go to the HTML content and finding out the particular tag. Instead, if you have a separate class ID based or so and so, it will be in a separate file. That is where you do the changes.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, in a single tag, I have can I apply both ID and class and from different properties of this? By default, which properties it will take?
That is a great question. So what Robin is saying is, we have seen 3 different ways of CSS, boss. Can I apply ID and class and tag based for the same element? Now, which one is going to take an order? Don't talk about that for now. As I said, you priority order concept, which I need to cover for that. But is it possible to apply the CSS using all the three? Yes, boss. But as I'm not covering right now, because there is another fourth way, tag-based CSS is also there, which I will take it tomorrow. I don't want to overload you today. I will take tomorrow. I'll finish about what do you mean by ID tag-based? Once that is finished, then I will talk about take a single element, add all the 4 different ways. Now you see which one is getting applied. That is what we call it as priority order. Okay. But in order to cover that, a lot of other things need to be covered, guys. Do remind me tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to talk about what are the different ways we can able to apply the colors. What do you mean by a DOM structure? What do you mean by HTML elements, tags, and DOM elements? These are the things which I will discuss. Then I will go with tag-based CSS. Tag-based CSS. Then I need to go with something called as developer tools. Okay. Once this is done, then I'm going to talk about the CSS priorities. So please do remind me the order. Like tomorrow when I come, remind me that, boss, you need to finish the colors, the DOM, the HTML element, tags, and DOM elements, tag-based CSS, developer tools, following with the CSS priorities.
So,
which software you are using that when you written
Sublime. Sublime text editor, ma'am.
And sir, can I use Node++?
Yes, you can use, but it doesn't give you a lot of intelligence for you. It is recommended you go with the Sublime. You can go with that Edit Plus, Notepad also enough, Notepad++ is enough, Genie, lot of other editors are there. But you know, ma'am, comparatively with other editors, these editors will really help you. Now, remember I said you, say for example, I don't have anything. You know, I simply say HTML, see, complete HTML content has been written. So these type of intelligence will be provided for us. That is the reason we suggest these editors. Next.
And sir, can you share the link? That
you are not in that class, ma'am. In one class, I have shown you the installation, etc. and all. Okay, so this is the Sublime text here. Okay, someone else is asking a question. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sir. Inline, there is one testing code sample. What is that, sir?
Can you? Where was that?
Inline example.
Inline example. You are saying about the test sample. This is what you are saying?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can anyone tell me, guys, why we have added this test and sample? Anyone?
User-defined ID.
Awesome. User-defined attribute. It is not ID. User-defined attribute it is. I was saying that it is possible for us to give the user-defined attributes also. That's it.
So, actually, we had a question in the evening. I had pinged you in personal. This Piyush Kabra.
Yes, Piyush, you are doing something else. You have sent me the mail also, right?
Yes, I have sent you on the Telegram actually, not on mail.
Can you please send it to the mail because I cannot open the Telegram.
Sure. Immediately I'll send you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. One thing what I want to tell you is today's discussion is done. I want to fix the issues what people are facing. I'm not going to talk anything about the topics what we discussed. So if you have anything else, you can sign out from the class. But if you have any questions like someone is having a GitHub issue, those things I'm going to fix right now. Okay?
Yes, sir. I have an issue with the GitHub, sir.
Sir, can you tell us how to download the notes from the GitHub, sir?
Okay, you go to the github.com, whatever the GitHub I have given. Okay, go to Durga Prasad UI classes folder. Under that, okay, let me copy our notes folder into this guy. Have I copied this? I think I already copied that, right? 8 p.m. notes. Okay, if you go into the 8 p.m. notes, it's already there. So go into the UI classes. Go, man. Okay, it's already there. Okay, so 8 p.m. click on this folder. You should be able to see the notes folder. Under that, I mean, there are 3 versions of the notes. Among that, note version 1 is the most thing which I'm recommending, but all are same flavors. Now you have web development frontend.pdf. Now, if you click on this, you should be able to download it. Now you have the notes.
Hello, sir.
Got it? Next.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. I need access to GitHub.
Sir,
I have registered for the book.
Shakib, can you please ping me on the Telegram with your Gmail ID? I will give you the GitHub access.
Okay, sir.
Sir, you have sent Sir, you have sent a GitHub invitation also to my email. When I have clicked on the accept invitation, I was unable to access GitHub, sir.
Ma'am, I made you as a co-host. You want to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Sir, for me also GitHub is not opening.
Let me finish her Sahiti's, ma'am. Then I will take yours also.
Sir, I have pinged you my Gmail ID of Telegram.
Okay, so Sahiti, can you please ping me? Okay, click on the view invitation, ma'am. One second. Okay, you know one thing. Can you? Okay, one second. How do I get the? Okay, one second. How do I get the access? Multiple participant. I think I don't have. Okay, fine, ma'am. So can you show me the mail ID through which you got the Git access? Okay, can you click on the top? What is the mail ID on the right top? You are into the Sahiti Global 4, right? Okay. Can you go into your github.com? github.com, please. Okay, can you click on the top? What is the on the right top? View profile. What is the mail ID you have here? View profile. Okay, can you sign out this guy once? Sign out this guy. Huh? Guys, if you are not talking, why you are into unmute? Please mute yourself
Here,
if you are
sir.
not talking.
You mean to sign out from
Yeah,
here?
at the bottom, ma'am. At the last option, you have a sign out. Please sign out from there. Okay. Now you go in the sign in on the top. Okay. What is the email ID you have to give? This is the same one to which I have sent them invitation, right, ma'am? Right, Sahiti?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I have sent you the mail.
Yeah, one second. Yeah.
Sir, could you please share your Gmail?
Okay, my Gmail, why so?
Not personal mail, sir. Just for doubts, anything.
Okay, okay. Anyway, like Telegram is there, right? You can ping me anytime, but still I'm going to share it. Yeah, I just pinged that email. So, ma'am, the problem is you have logged into different account and you are looking the invitation with a different account. So that is the problem. First of all, once you log into this account, then you can accept the invitation. Okay.
Sir, I gave my
someone else.
ID.
One second. GitHub access, I will do it later, guys. You please ping me in the Telegram. I will give you the access. Okay. Someone else said that there is an issue with the GitHub. May I know who is that?
Sir, I forgot my password, sir.
Very good, ma'am. Congratulations. What? No. So click on the forgot password, ma'am. Maybe Sahiti, you can do it this guy, and once you get the password, then you can actually let me know. Fine,
GitHub, sir, GitHub desktop is asking access to my personal data also. Should I give it or not?
GitHub doesn't access. Don't do anything, guys. Only installation, you leave it out.
Yeah, just
okay. Yeah, only installation.
No, I had after installation it is asking.
What type of personal data it is asking?
GitHub desktop by desktop, repositories and personal user data.
No, you say no there.
Cancel, should I?
Please.
Yeah, cancel.
Yeah.
Sir, in Telegram, who will add?
Guys, 1 second. I think, guys, if you don't have any questions, if you are done with all the topics, you can leave it actually. You can sign off the class. I'm only talking about people who are facing the issues. Okay.
Sir, actual one doubt, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, when I open a notes, but the download option is not available, sir. So the and pop-up message is sorry, something went wrong. The pop-up message is available, sir.
The notes you're saying?
Yes, sir. The notes is, sir.
Is it okay? Let me share my screen once.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So one thing, sir.
Okay, if you see here, I'm clicking on this download here. I could able to download it, right? You're doing the same here. Opening the notes _ version 1 web development frontend.pf. I could able to download this. Can you try once again, please? Maybe with a different browser. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Someone else said that there is an.
Sir, one thing, sir. Sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
How to maintain a folder in GitHub, sir?
Forget about that. That we haven't discussed, right? I haven't shown you how to push the data. I only shown you how to explore the GitHub. Tomorrow, I will talk about how do you submit the data, how do you maintain the folder structure. Those all tomorrow I'm going to discuss. Next.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a question that didn't relate it to this topic, but like for freshers, like if you get a degree, I mean, like qualification is degree, but your skills are good enough to crack their exams. So will they see the qualifications and reduce, like, he's a degree, so the salary should be fixed for the freshers, or will they see the skills like he's scoring good marks, so it's better to hire it? I mean, like
at the entry position into an organization, skills are matters, and at the same time, qualification also matters. But once you get into the organization, once you get experience level, only the skill matters. Qualification doesn't matter. Got my point?
Okay, sir, but like many people that I know from degree got a salary of 8 lakhs in IBM. So like they didn't even see the qualification, right? Some company.
That is not the case. That is not the case. Might be some case, but I mean, it is very rare case it happens. People go with the degree or diploma. At least minimum they expect the BTech graduate or graduation or PG, something they expect. I mean, at least it doesn't matter whether you take it correspondence or live, whatever it is, but I recommend you finish that guy. Yeah, someone is saying.
I have sent a message in a chat, Zoom chat. I have a doubt on that style attribute.
Hello, sir.
Okay, 1 second. Let me finish your question. Main page, background, white. Why you are giving style ID equal to this one, ma'am?
So do we have? Can we provide ID for a style, sir, like this?
No, right? What is the use? Because why is guys, if you are not talking, why you are into the mute?
Sir, can I get recordings of yesterday's class?
Hello.